sadly, I will not be bronzing up with my Pat McGrath bronzer. Hi, thank you so much for joining me here today on my channel for this video, which is just going to be a casual chatty get ready with me and a quick shop my stash to pick out the products that I plan to use during the chit chat. So I hope that sounds interesting to you. But first, if you're new here, hi, I'm Michelle, and I post a lot of makeup and some nail polish content too, so I hope that sounds interesting to you. If it does, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure you leave me a comment down in the chat section so that I can get to know you down there, and thank you for being here. So I hope you'll enjoy today's video, and let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. So first, I'm going to insert the B-roll of selecting the products here. Okay, friends, let's pick out a few products for today's Shop My Stash so I can get ready. Let me step back. Here is my current makeup desk setup. This is what I'm working with. There's my palettes over there and down there. Okay. I want to start off here with my under makeup moisturizer. I mean, I have narrowed down my collection enough to where I only have my one primer. And then I want to choose a foundation. I feel like I've now gotten too dark for my lighter foundations. So I really only have like a couple that will work for me when I'm a little bit darker. So I think today I'm going to choose my NARS. Plus, this is in my in my project pan, and I want to get some more use out of this. I did recently shake it up, so it's hard to see, but the fill line is about right here right now. So I want to get some more use out of that. Next is concealer. This is my concealer drawer. Again, I am pretty dark right now, or darker than I was like the last time you saw me put on my base makeup. So I feel like these two are the only ones that are going to work for me right now. And I think I'm going to go with my Dior. This is also in my project pan, and I want to make some more progress. But look, wow, look at that. Looks like I need to film my next update. Okay, so get some more use out of that. Next is my powders. So here's my powder drawer. And today, it's actually my powder and highlighters. I'm going to use both of my Pat McGrath powders today. This one is for my under eye, and this one is for like my all over face. And oh, blush. I feel like using this one today? It's really beautiful. I love that compact so much. This one's also really beautiful. This one is, hold on. This one is from that same collection. This one is Basic Instincts 1, and that one is number 2. Let me show you what this one looks like. Here's what the first one looks like. Okay, not feeling any of those. I think this one might work today. Yeah. Let's use this one. Yeah. And this one is, I'm going to use Paradise Venus today. Okay. And, ooh, this is like really, you see that? It's hanging over the edge. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway. What's in here? Oh yeah. Bronzers. This is my newest bronzer. my Pat McGrath in Desert Glow. We're not choosing that. I think I'm gonna go with the classic Laguna shade. This is also in my project pan, so let's try to get some more use out of that. I think we'll do the Hourglass palette for my highlighter. Here's what my palette looks like. I'm getting some good flattening of some of those shades, if you can see. Sorry about the terrible lighting. But yeah, I want to get some more use out of this one, at least the highlighter today. I don't think that the blush will go with the look that I'm doing. Okay. And let's pick out a lipstick. For the lipsticks, I feel like using my lightest MAC. This is probably going to be the one. Let's set that one there. Okay, and we'll check that out. And if not that one, then maybe my Buxom. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm supposed to have these in order from lightest to darkest. What color is that? Okay, so that one is the medium. There we go. Let's try that again. Yeah. Possibly this one. Let's see. Let's go with the MAC. Okay. We're going to go with the MAC today. And here's the shade name. Okay. And of course, my MAC paint pot. And let's do some lips. I want to use my new Natasha Denona lip gloss and my beloved MAC lip liner in Stone. Okay, and definitely we'll be using my curler today. That reminds me, how about some mascara? Let's pick some mascara. This is the mascara that I'm currently all about again. So that's how we're looking so far. Okay, this is going to be the palette of the day. Let's pick some eyeliner. Definitely black wing liner. And one of these from About Face. They came in the trio. All right, guys. Here are the products I'm going to wear today. I'm really excited. Now that we've got all the items selected, I just kind of want to briefly get into why it was that I took a break. I wasn't expecting to stop posting suddenly for like 3 weeks. So I apologize about that. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit lighthearted because it actually started with a pretty tragic event. I typically don't film on the weekends and I can have the weekend free. Plus, you know, that's usually when the house is full of a lot of hustle and bustle. So I usually try to not film on the weekends. Well, that weekend that I was off, there ended up being a really catastrophic event that happened here within my city at a shopping center that I frequent, and had actually planned to go to that shopping center the weekend before, but we didn't end up going. And so it's quite possible that had we followed our usual routine of when we don't do something one weekend, we'll kind of catch up on it the next weekend. If we had followed up with that routine, we would have been at this shopping center possibly when this occurred. And what happened was, I don't really want to get into it. I don't want to mention it directly because, well, first, I don't want to get demonetized. And second, no, that's not first, but I'm just saying, you know, that's the first obvious because of how YouTube, you know, works about things like that. But next is just, I try to keep my channel a little bit more lighthearted, you know, more of like a place to escape to as opposed to a place ridden with all the terrible problems of the world. You know, I have enough of that everywhere else. So I try to keep this space here just a little bit more of like an outlet and a release, you know, that kind of a thing for me and for you, you know. So anyways, I was off that weekend. Some bad things happened. Really, really bad things happened. Some people lost their lives through no fault of their own. And as that tragic event really affected me mentally, not only just as a human, but as a person in that community and as somebody who may or may not have been there that day, had my day gone differently, you know, and as just a mother. Anyway, so those things happened, and as such, the following Monday afterwards, when I sent my son to school, I wanted him to take his phone with him. I didn't want him to be without his phone, and I film on his phone. So that's his phone. I'm filming on his phone. And that's because my own personal phone, well, let's just say it's at capacity. And so, yeah, long story short, as school was ending, his last 3 weeks of school, I really wanted him to have his phone with him each day. And so I wasn't able to film after school because, again, the hustle and bustle of the house. So long story short, I took 3 weeks off while I was coping with my mental health about the tragic events that unfolded here in my community. And while I tried to get my son through his last few weeks of his school year, his last few weeks of his school year, and, you know, trying to do all of the end of the school year things. And then there was all of the like ceremonies and banquets to go to for like his extracurricular activities and the like. So, you know, it was just a really busy time. And then during the day while he was at school, I spent a lot of that time. I should be putting on makeup. You might be able to tell if you're not new here that I'm a little darker than I normally am. And as such, I'm not sure if my foundation is going to match me very well, but we're going to roll with it. So anyways, and my face is still trying to clear up from what happened with some of my recent makeup fails that I shared with you in my Sephora haul try-on video. So if you missed that video and you want to hear about some of my disappointing makeup purchases, I'll be sure to link that video up here in the eye, and it'll be down below in the description box. Check that out when this video is over if you want to. But so yeah, that does look really light on me. And now that my summer tan is starting to come in, you can see that my undertone is starting to change because this looks very yellow on me, and I'm looking a little bit more neutral cool down here. So might have to go get me a summer foundation to match my skin tone now. Okay, I'm just gonna buff this in. Anyway, so today I am getting ready and I'm about to actually film my very first look with the Natasha Denona Yucca palette that just arrived in my hot little hands. I am so excited. It is such a beautiful color story. All right. Oh, if you're curious what is on my nails, here are the nail polishes that I'm wearing. Okay, you can see the difference. And here's the names. Is that right? I think that's right. I hope that's not upside down. But anyway. Oh my gosh, did you see my recent video, my first impressions of this blush brush? Oh my gosh. I'm really enjoying it. I should set my face. Hold on. I'm so out of like, it's been, yeah, so hold on. During those few weeks that I was off from filming, I spent a lot of time during the mornings gardening, tending to my rose bushes, and just doing some other general yard cleanup. And as such, I've started to get my little tan going. And I actually think that this year, I'm going to get a pretty decent tan going because, not a considerable time, but I'm just saying I'm going to lay out like at least 3 or 4 times during the summer. And I've already laid out, like I went and hung out by the pool once. And so, yeah, I'm going to do that a few more times this summer and let myself just soak up some of the sun, because during those couple of years that I literally was not able to walk and such, I didn't go out and enjoy the summer. So I got really pale and the bottom half of my like torso, my legs especially, they don't match my body very well. And yeah, like I'm pale. So anyways, I'm going to be working on my tan this summer just to kind of get it kind of back to normal instead of ultra pale. And that way I'll fade to kind of like my normal winter color instead of my super, super pale winter color that I was this last year. So maybe some of the foundations that I have won't work for me over the next 6 to 8 months, and I'll have to get rid of them before they expire, but you know, say love you. Anyway, okay, let me do my lips because I don't know if you can hear or not. You probably can because I have the window open. But the birds on my patio, they had their babies. There's 2 different birds that live there, and so I've been watching the birds. Like recently they all hatched and started learning to fly, and so I really enjoyed watching that process come about. It was so sweet. It actually brought me to tears. I love my birdies. Each season they come back to my patio and have their like annual flock or whatever. It's so cute. I absolutely love it. Okay, so I've really been enjoying this lip gloss. I forgot to show you this in my Sephora haul, but I did pick this up during the Sephora sale. There's the shade name. I'm sure it's from the My Dream collection. I'm way late to the party on this. I'm not usually a lip gloss girly, so I wasn't really into the idea of getting this, but I decided, let me just see what Natasha's got as far as lip gloss is concerned. And I really liked the shade of this, but I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I do. I love how it feels. It lasts a pretty good while for gloss. It's so comfortable. It's not goopy. It's not thick. I know I used to really like the Forget the Filler. I'm off that now. And the reason for that is because I just started learning about some of the ingredients that are in it and like how bad it is for you. And so I don't want to use that product anymore. So even though I like the effect of the product and wearing it, I'm not gonna wear it anymore. So I'm off my Lawless Forget the Filler completely. Also, quick update on the Lawless powder. With some of my foundations that don't really set themselves, I'm noticing that that powder doesn't set my makeup. So when I had tried it that first couple of times, can't remember now what foundation I was using it with, but anyways, when I had tried it that first couple of times and I was like, ooh, I really like this. I think it was with the Pat McGrath one, actually. It's because those foundations kind of have like its own little natural set feeling. And so that is what was helping my face be set, not the Lawless powder. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to use this product now because I don't know. Is it a finishing powder? I think it might be a finishing powder. So I don't really have a finishing powder brush. Maybe the buffer. Yeah, so I can use it like in conjunction with everything else. And I do like it on top of an already set face or on top of a self-setting foundation. So that being said, I don't really feel like this is worth the price, even on sale, and I kind of regret it. I like the product, but I will not be rebuying it. Not like I'm ever gonna go through this whole thing. I mean, especially at this rate now that I know that it doesn't actually set anything. But look what I found out. It has a little like sponge thingy. I totally missed that the first few times that I was using it actually. And I just found out about that the other day. It like popped open and fell out. I was like, oh my God, I broke my powder. And then I realized it was not the powder that fell out. And so I was like, hey, how neat. Okay. I really need to bronze my face. So let's work on that. Oh my God, I need to declutter my makeup so bad. Yeah, my bronzer drawer is completely full and there's products in here that there's products in here that I will not use now. If you want to know why I'm not using my Pat McGrath bronzer that I loved so much, you might have missed my video where I explained what happened with this. So if you're curious, and if you did, you want to see it, I'll link that up here in the eye and down below in the description box. Check that out when this video is over. But sadly, I will not be bronzing up with my Pat McGrath bronzer. Okay. Next, all right, I'm gonna go in with my NARS bronzer because, oh, you already know all the products because we picked them out, so never mind. All right. I didn't wear any bronzer yesterday at all. And I'm not really sure why that is, but I just wasn't feeling it. Some days I'm just not feeling it, you know? Most days I am though. And when I do feel it, like I put on a lot of bronzer. I love bronzer now. I didn't even used to wear bronzer ever, but I really love it now. And especially because of this brush. It just like fits my cheek size perfectly. It's dense enough to provide the intense lay down that I want without too much effort, but yet it still blends it out really nicely. There we go. I really haven't done this in a while, but I'm actually going to contour my nose today. I'm not going to do like a super chiseled look, but I'm going to use a fluffy brush and just kind of provide a little bit of detail, like some shape, structure. All right. That's all right. What do you think? Oh, Jesus, I almost got knocked over. I feel like I need to rethink my makeup setup, which I'm going to be because I just haven't started moving into my new space yet. I move a little slow, guys. I don't know if you're catching on to that yet, but it takes me a little while to implement some of the things that I start to think about. And that's just because, I mean, that's just how I roll, okay? I'm gonna go in with this super deep, kind of warm, bold blush. And that is because I feel like I'm gonna do a really bold look today with my Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I cannot wait to open the package and see how it looks. Wow, this blush here is no joke. It is so pigmented. I absolutely love this blush brush. Oh my gosh. Puts it on so nicely because it's so dense. I love the shape of it. I love the way it feels. It's soft enough to be good for like how delicate my skin is. It's not scratchy, but it's like not too soft to where it picks up good product the way I like it to. All right. Okay. I am gonna buff it in. Which actually, that might be a really good use for this Lawless powder, is to like when I'm gonna, you know, buff in my blush and just kind of tone it down a little bit, because I really prefer to over apply and then take it down to the notch that I want it, as opposed to build it up. I don't have the patience to sit there and put thin little layer after thin little layer. Like I don't have the patience for that, okay? And it's not like not only do I not have the patience for it, but I don't have the time for that, you know? And maybe that's because I became a mom at the age of 21. Was I 21 or 22? Either way, okay? So I've never had the time to sit and play with makeup after the age of 20. Until now. I mean, like I played with makeup, but I didn't like just sit and play with makeup. All right, I also feel like I need to do my brows. I've been struggling with my brows lately, and I feel like somebody jinxed me because I never had any problems with my brows. It literally like was one of the most effortless parts of my makeup routine. And now like I am struggling to get them to look good. I don't know what is going on. Okay, but whoever's out there putting bad juju vibes on me, you better cut it out. Okay. Anyway, back and the brows are done. Okay, I feel like I need a little highlighter. And today I want to use my Hourglass one. Ooh, that's beautiful. Sorry if you can hear my dog making noises in the background. I try to tell him to hush, but you know, he's a dog. I put that in the wrong spot. Oh well. Okay. I feel like now I'm ready. Yeah, so anyways, I had planned on talking about why it was that I had disappeared, like more in depth, but I don't really want to talk about the terrible catastrophe that happened here in my community. And so I want to move past that mentally as a coping mechanism. So don't look at it as me glossing over it as if it doesn't matter. You know, please look at it as, you know, a coping mechanism or avoidance for my own personal well-being, like my mental capacity. Anyway, okay. So here's what this lip gloss looks like over my MAC in the color, what color is that? I always tell you the wrong name when I use this one, and I'm not sure why that is. Here it is. I think it's Yash. And I always call it meh, and it's not meh. Anyway, all right, so I'm really excited. I'm about to get into creating my eye look. I want to use my Singe Beauty brushes today. Ooh, no! My Singe Beauty brushes smell horrible. They smell like this. I did a spot clean on them, and even though, like, if you saw my last video, my Patrick Ta video, you'll see that I cleaned these during that video in my Cinema Secrets, and I have since washed them again, but they still smell. Ooh, it's gonna take time for it to fade off, I think. I'm gonna have to keep washing them. I hate that scent so much. I may still be able to use them, hopefully. Anyway, okay. Let's get into the palette. All right, so I'm going to end this video here. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me and chit-chatting with me as I get my base makeup ready for my Yucca palette. First impressions. I'm so excited to play with it. I think I'm going to do a multiple looks video with it and probably do like, I don't know, several. I'm going to do several looks with it. I'm really excited. It'll probably take a few days. It'll probably take some time for me to get my video up on my channel, and there's like tons of other videos already out on it, but that's fine. I don't really care. I'm not here for the rat race, you know? I'm here for enjoyment and creative outlet, and hopefully to hang out with you. So yeah, anyways, I really appreciate you hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to click the thumbs up. It really does help my channel out so much. And make sure you're subscribed so we can hang out again. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.